Greetings, Grace Covenant. It's great to be with you once again for a brief time of reflection. It is Friday, July 22nd in 2022. And I was thinking back to this past Sunday when I preached, and if you were online or in person, you were able to be a part of that. You can also go back and find it if you wish. One of the things that I'm grateful to the community of Grace Covenant for is that of stretching its professional staff, its program staff, to embrace things beyond our areas of expertise and to be able to be called into and to be able to live into things like preaching is a gift and a challenge. And for those of you who know me and know the service and what I brought for us on Sunday, one of the things inherent in my personality is a bit of humor, sometimes veiled, sometimes dark, sometimes sarcastic, but I tend to try to be lighthearted in times, and that was certainly probably evident in portions of the sermon on Sunday. And it's interesting that a number of people through the course of this last week have commented how much it felt good for them to laugh or to feel joy. And I've been thinking about that in light of the fact that we are living in such difficult times. We still are wearing masks, we're still battling COVID, we have friends and coworkers who get sick on a weekly basis. We are dealing with the ongoing conflict with Russia and Ukraine, and the global recession, gas prices. We're continuing to battle in our own community issues of racism. We continue to see police failing at what they do, guns prevailing, and our political system just not functioning, and people on both sides blaming the other, and nobody willing to come to the table. And we're living just in really tough times. And many of us beyond that have personal issues, dealing with loss of loved ones. We're dealing with our own health issues, or parents, or job stresses, relationship stresses. And it just made me think that while it is so good for us to engage in the work that we're doing, it's all serious work. And maybe we need to step back from time to time and find a little joy. There is a TikTok person that I follow. That's sort of my vice, my escape. I go down the TikTok rabbit hole, and the algorithms there have me mostly going down things that are either dealing with politics, religious deconstruction, or humor. And there's one guy that I follow who is just hysterical. He tells a story. He's a school teacher, and most days he tells a funny story about just dealing with children. And he ends every one of his TikToks with "Find your joy." And that's what I want to say to you today, Grace Covenant. To continue the work that you're doing, continue to embrace the difficult work that we all are doing, but find time to laugh. Find time for joy. Maybe it's going down the YouTube rabbit hole with funny videos. Maybe it's taking a walk. Maybe it's just curling up with your dog, or a good cup of coffee and some light reading. Whatever it is, Grace Covenant, acknowledge that life continues to throw stuff at us at every turn, and we can choose how to respond to that. Scripture tells us that the joy of the Lord is our strength, and the Psalms are replete with exhortations to sing for joy, to be joyful. So I want to encourage you this week, in the midst of everything that's going on, to look for joy, to celebrate something joyfully, and to give yourself permission to do that, even in the midst of difficult times. So know that your staff is here. I'll be glad to share a joke with you if you want. Give me a call. I'll make you laugh. And I don't want to be frivolous about this, But I do want to encourage you, Grace Covenant, to look for signs of joy, look for things that make you smile, and be grateful for those gifts, because those are some of the things that help sustain us in difficult times. Love you, Grace Covenant, and I'm looking for joy, and I hope you'll join me. Thanks be to God.